Hi everyone, my name is Brayden, this is Airless Quill 9, and in today's video I'm going to talk with my friend Cody about the Sorcerer Class in the
Yeah.
2024 Player's Handbook. We're going to see what changes are present, and we're going to give our opinions about them because I know Sorcerer got a few things that are going to be cool to talk about.
It's gonna be good.
This is the Sorcerer art, by the way, which is pretty nice. There's pretty good art in this book.
I love it.
Compared compared to this guy. I mean, there's just
Oh no.
this guy just breathed in fire. I mean, it wasn't bad when it came out. There's not much going on here now, though.
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know. I thought that was like an elemental monk.
It's kind of hard to tell, honestly. This looks more like a spellcaster. This looks like a Four Elements monk, maybe.
Yeah.
This might be a better representation of a sorcerer.
Yeah, I think so.
Alrighty. So let's go through the basics real quick. Sorcerer, primary ability is Charisma, D6 hit points. Those aren't any different. Saving throw proficiencies, Constitution and Charisma. Constitution is awesome. Choose 2 skill proficiencies, Arcana, Deception, Insight, Intimidation, Persuasion, and Religion. Those are the same there. Weapon proficiencies, all simple weapons. That's
Oh, nice.
Yep, that's an upgrade from daggers, darts, slings, quarterstaffs, and light crossbows. That's also
That's really good.
Wizards also got that same change as well,
Ooh,
by the way. So that's neat there.
nice.
Armor training, none. That's fine. They didn't get armor training anyways. Starting equipment. Let's see what's different here. Choose A or B. Oh, spear,
Spear.
2
Love that.
daggers, arcane focus, crystal, Dungeoneer's pack, and 28 gold pieces. B or B just gain 50 gold pieces. I think this is slightly less than Wizard. Wizard had 55 gold pieces. I don't think that's
It
an
makes
issue though.
sense.
Yeah, it's just starting equipment.
Yeah.
It's very interesting to me though that they could start with a spear.
As
That's it.
someone who loves spears on magic characters, I love that.
Yeah, that's kind of neat. Now I'm just thinking of playing a dwarf sorcerer with the spear.
Ah, yeah.
Alright, so that's the core stuff there. Start as a level 1 character, gain the core traits and level 1 sorcerer features. Multi-class, you gain the hit point die from the core traits. And you gain all the sorcerer features, and then you have to calculate your available spell slots. Which is exactly the same, I think.
Yeah.
Alright, let's compare these feature tables though. See what's different here. Spellcasting. Innate Sorcery is a new feature. Sorcerer's Origin, which is these subclasses, have been moved to level 3.
Okay.
Which is what they did for all subclasses. So it's not
Right.
exclusive. Font of Magic and Meta Magic at level 2. Meta Magic used to be 3rd level. Now it's 2nd level. That's an improvement. Oh, there's now a column specifically for sorcery points. I guess there wasn't in 2014.
There is after proficiency points.
Oh, that's a weird place for it.
Yep.
I much prefer it on this side.
And did they change prepared spells
Yes.
from known spells?
Yes, so now all spells are called prepare spells.
Okay.
So now, and they're a set number as well. So it looks like we start with 2, we go to 4, we go to 6, 7,
Ooh,
9.
massive increase.
Yeah, this is a lot more than that's a massive increase. 2 is the same, but then we get 1 extra.
Yeah,
and then we get 2 extra. And then we're still at 2 extra, and then we go to 3 extra.
That's pretty good.
Got 10, 6, 11 at 7, 12 at 8, 14 at 9th. That's 4 more. That's a lot.
Yeah.
15 at 10, 16, 16, 17, 17, 18, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. That's more than you ever learned.
Yeah.
So that's an obvious improvement. A
Yeah,
lot.
a new 10th level sorcerer has the same amount as a 20th level sorcerer in 2014.
Yeah, so that's that's a big improvement. You got a lot more options for you.
That's really good.
Sorcerers still remain supreme in the cantrips department. They start with 4, then go to 5, and then 6. Just the most of any class.
Yeah.
Which is cool because they're a blaster class, basically.
You love to see
Yeah,
it.
and then sorcery points just scale with level, which
No,
is the same.
no change.
No change. Oh, but I wasn't looking at features. So at 5th level, we get a new feature called Sorcerer's Restoration. 6th level is our subclass feature. 7th level, a new feature called Sorcery Incarnate.
Nice.
Ability score improvement. Meta magic 10. Ability score at 12. Subclass feature at 14. Ability score improvement. Or meta magic at 17. Sources subclass feature at 18. Epic boon at 19.
Nice.
And the new capstone is called Arcane Apotheosis. Oh, now that I'm looking at it, Sorcerer's Restoration was the capstone feature. It is now at level 5.
Okay.
Alright, let's see what they did here. We'll start with spell casting. So we get 4 cantrips, which is very good at 1st level. The recommendations are Light, Prestidigitation, Shocking Grasp, and Sorcerer's Burst, which is a new cantrip. Sorcerer's Burst. This is the one. This is a new spell. So you choose Acid, Cold, Fire, Lightning, Poison, Psychic, or Thunder damage. It's a ranged attack roll, 120 feet. It deals 1d8. If you roll an 8 on the d8, you get to roll another d8 and add it to the damage.
That's
So
really
the
good.
spell can burst and deal additional damage, and it bursts every time you roll an 8 on a d8, and you can do it a number of times up to your spellcasting ability modifier. So as this cantrip upgrades, you'll have more chances of maxing that d8 to add burst damage. So this is a pretty potent cantrip.
Yeah. Move over Eldritch Blast.
Yeah. Maybe. Who knows? I mean, Eldritch Blast does have the option of doing multiple targets, but
Right.
Sorcerer is the blaster.
Yeah,
So,
there's no reason not to take Sorcerer's Burst, basically.
not at
It's
all.
really good. I love that.
You can replace your cantrip whenever you gain a sorcerer level. This wasn't a feature added with Tasha's. This was not part of the base sorcerer, so you couldn't replace
Right.
cantrips. So
That's a
nice
good
to have that
change.
in there.
Yep.
You do gain additional cantrip at 4th and 10th level, like I said earlier. You regain all spell slots when you finish a long rest. That's nothing new. We gain a lot more prepared spells. Sorcerer features that give you spells that are always prepared don't cast against their number of prepared spells, just so you're aware.
Nice.
Whenever you gain a sorcerer level, you can replace one spell on your list with another sorcerer spell, as long as you have the spell slots available for it.
Was that also a Tasha's thing?
No, that's pretty
Or was
much
that
base.
base? Okay.
Yeah.
I did not remember.
Charisma, of course, is a spellcasting ability, and you can use an Arcane Focus as a spellcasting focus for your sorcerer spells. Okay, so here's the new thing. That's basically replacing Origin at first level.
Yeah.
So Innate Sorcery. As a bonus action, you can unleash the simmering of magic within yourself for 1 minute, during which you gain the following benefits. Spell save DC of your sorcerer spells increases by 1, and you have advantage on the attack rolls of sorcerer spells you cast.
Ooh.
You can use this feature
Okay.
twice, and you regain all expended uses of it when you finish a long rest.
That's pretty
Yeah,
good.
this part's okay. The spell save
Yeah.
DC increase. This part is crazy.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, that's really good. So you're really becoming the blaster.
Yeah.
You're making sure that you hit with those spells.
And can you only do it twice? It doesn't. You don't get more,
No,
right?
right now it is only twice per long rest.
Okay.
It may increase later. We'll have to see. Level 2, of course, we get Font of Magic. You start with 2 sorcery points, and you gain more as you reach higher levels. Just scale with your level, basically. You regain all expended sorcery points when you finish a long rest. That's the same. You can convert a spell slot to gain a number of sorcery points equal to the slot's level. This is now no action required. It used to cost a bonus action to do that. So that's a small buff.
Okay. Yeah.
Alternatively, as a bonus action, you can transform unexpended sorcery points into a spell slot. So that's still a bonus action.
Right.
And it is still a max of 5th level.
Okay. That's not too bad.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good.
And the table here is pretty much the same. They just added in a column here of minimum sorcery level, which
Right.
is pretty much. It was unsaid that this was how it scaled, but I mean, I
Yeah.
guess it's nice to have it there.
It's especially good for newer players that wouldn't know.
True. You can't create a slot of higher than level 5. That is the same. Any spell slot you create with this feature vanishes when you finish a long rest. That was there,
Makes sense.
and that's pretty much it
Nice.
for that. So meta magic is now at level 2 instead of level 3, which is nice. You gain 2 meta magic options of your choice from the meta magic options later in the class's description, which we will look at. You can only use 1 meta magic option on a spell when you cast it, unless otherwise noted in one of those options. Whenever you gain a sorcery level, you can replace one of your meta magic options with one you don't know. And you gain 2 additional options at sorcerer level 10 and 2 more at sorcerer level 17. This increases the number of meta magic options you gained. In the old sorcerer, you would have capped out at 4. This sorcerer caps out at 6.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah, because you gain 2 at level 10 and 17. It used to just be 1 additional at 10 and 17.
And following the rules, could you always replace it whenever you gained a level, or is that new?
Uh,
I guess that's GM discretion.
it,
Also.
actually, I guess it doesn't say that you can replace them after you take them, so that they probably added that in. Let me
Yeah.
look. That may have been an optional. Oh yeah, that was an optional thing they added in Tasha's.
Okay.
But you could only replace them at ability score improvement levels.
Mm.
Same with
So that's
cantrips.
nice
Yeah, so this
that
is
it's
it's a
every
buff.
level.
It's a buff.
Yeah.
Let's see here. So sorcerer subclass level 3 now. The ones presented in the player's handbook are Aberrant Sorcery, Clockwork Sorcery, Draconic Sorcery, and Wild Magic Sorcery. Level
Pretty good.
4, 8, 12, and 16, we gain the ability score improvement feat, or another feat of our choice for which you qualify. Level 5 is Sorcerer's Restoration. Whenever you finish a short rest, you can regain expended sorcery points, but no more than a number equal to half your sorcerer level rounded down. Once you use this feature, you can't do so again until you finish a long rest. Keep in mind that the old one was at level 20, and you just regained 4 expended sorcery points when you finished a short rest.
Yeah, that's much better now.
Yes, this is much better. I mean, granted, it's only 2 at 5th level, but it's 2 more than we had.
Right.
And it would cap out at equal to half your sorcery level. So you could regain 10 sorcery points at 20th level.
Yeah, 10 of your 22.
Or 10 of your 20.
Oh, I thought it was 22. No, spells are 22.
Yes.
My bad.
Sorcery points are 20. So this is a lot better.
Yeah, that's really good. I like that.
Level 7 Sorcery Incarnate is a new feature. If you have no uses of innate sorcery left, you can use it if you expend 2 sorcery points when you take the bonus action to activate it. In addition, while your innate sorcery feature is active, you can use up to 2 of your meta magic options on each spell you cast. Okay, that's good.
Okay.
So that improves the meta magic restriction, and you can gain more uses of it. Remember, it capped out at 2. Could do it more than twice as long as you spend the sorcery points for it.
Right. That's really nice. I guess that explains why they increased. Nope, I'm still thinking of the spell slots.
Funny.
They should just increase sorcerer point. We should just have 100 sorcerer points.
Nah. I mean, they gave us this. We don't need 100 sorcery points.
Fair.
Now we have 30. Essentially.
Ooh.
Level 19 Epic Boon. You gain an Epic Boon feat, or another feat of your choice for which you qualify. Boon of Dimensional Travel is recommended. What does that do? Increase one ability score of your choice by 1 to a maximum of 30.
Oh.
Blink steps. Immediately after you take the attack action or the magic action, you can teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space that you can see. Oh, you gain a free teleport every turn.
That's pretty good.
That's not bad at all. Level 20, Arcane Apotheosis. While your innate sorcery feature is active, you can use one meta magic option on each of your turns without spending sorcery points on it. That is good.
It's really nice.
And remember, you can put up to 2 while that's active. You basically get 1 free meta magic, and then you're only spending sorcery points on one of them.
Right.
So that is pretty good.
Yeah, for your god fights, you can just throw out all your little tricks.
Alrighty. Let's see which meta magic options have changed. I think Careful Spell got a tiny buff. When you cast a spell that forces other creatures to make a saving throw, you can protect some of those creatures from the spell's full force. Do so, spend 1 sorcery point, and choose a number of those creatures up to your charisma modifier, minimum of 1 creature. A chosen creature automatically succeeds on its saving throw against a spell, and it takes no damage if it would normally take half damage on a successful save. That's the part that was added.
Interesting.
So now you can make them automatically succeed and take no damage.
Nice.
You
love that.
For 1 sorcery point, by the way. So that's a good option.
It's really good.
You can cast Fireball on top of your allies and protect them against it.
Yep.
Also, this is some pretty cool art right here.
Oh, that's amazing. All the art in the new book is just crisp.
Let's see. Distant Spell is the same. Empowered spell should be the same. Yep, charisma modifier rolls.
Makes sense.
Extended spell actually got a tiny buff. When you cast a spell that has a duration of 1 minute or longer, you can spend 1 sorcery point to double its duration to a maximum duration of 24 hours. That's where the old version ended.
Yep.
The additional line is, if the affected spell requires concentration, you have advantage on any saving throw you make to maintain that concentration. That's pretty nice.
Okay. That's pretty good.
I'm not going to say no to that.
No. Give it to me all day.
Yeah, why not?
Extend all my spells.
Mm, heightened spell. Did that get a buff? When you cast a spell that forces a creature to make a saving throw, you can spend 2 sorcery points to give one target of the spell disadvantage on saves against the spell. Okay, yes, this was buffed.
that
It used
changed
to
it.
be 3 sorcery points, and it was only on the first saving throw made against the spell. Now it's on all saves to try to that for the spell.
That's really good.
Yes,
I love that.
yeah, that's a big improvement. The sorcery point reduction is good by itself, but
Yeah.
disadvantage on all saves against a spell is very good. I'm trying to think what spells this would be pretty good on. Which are ones that require multiple saves to end?
Um,
Slow
I
have a
can't.
saving throw?
I think it does.
I think it does too. That'd be a pretty good one to have disadvantage on saves against. I think pretty much any charm spell would benefit from that.
Right.
Or yeah, there's a lot of good options like that. Quicken spell. This should be the same. Or no, wait, this is a additional sentence on here. When you cast a spell that has a casting time of an action, you can spend 2 sorcery points to change the casting time to a bonus action for this casting. That's the same. You can't modify a spell in this way if you've already cast a level 1+ spell on the current turn, nor can you cast a level 1+ spell on this turn after modifying a spell in this way. Okay. So they're just specifying that you can't cast more than 1 level spell.
Yeah.
Which I guess technically you could with the new spell rules, as long as one didn't expend a spell slot. So I think that's the reason they added this limitation.
Right. So you could cast a spell and a cantrip.
Yeah, that would be fine with this. This is mostly what you're trying to do with this anyways, probably. This might be a closet nerf. But I can't tell if it's actually doing anything bad. This may limit like 1 or 2 options, but I don't think it's that detrimental.
Yeah.
Seeking spell was present as a option in Tasha's. It does. Oh, they reduced the sorcery point cost to 1.
Oh,
Used
you
to be
love to see
2.
it.
That's good. I like that change. Subtle spell is. Oh wait, is it slightly different? Oh wait, it is slightly different. When you cast a spell, you can spend 1 sorcery point to cast it without any verbal, somatic, or material components, except material components that are consumed by the spell or that have a cost specified in the spell. Material components were not included in Subtle Spell before.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Okay, so as long as the material component doesn't have a cost or is consumed by the spell, you use some spell to negate it.
Nice.
That's neat.
That opens up a few more spell options
Yeah,
for subtle spell.
that does increase some options. And most of the time you might not need to worry about this as long as you have an arcane focus.
Yeah.
But I like that it's included regardless. Let's see here. Transmuted spell was added in here. Still on sorcery point. Acid, cold, fire, lightning, poison, thunder.
Looks unchanged.
Yes, looks unchanged. Twin spell was changed. When you cast a spell, such as Charm Person, that can be cast with a higher level spell slot to target an additional creature, you can spend 1 sorcery point to increase the spell's effective level by 1. So this is very different. Twin spell used to be when you cast a spell that targets only one creature and doesn't have a range itself, you can spend a number of sorcery points equal to the spell's level to target a second creature within range with the same spell. The spell must be incapable of targeting more than one creature at the spell's current level. So this is a very different application for Twin Spell. I don't think it's bad though.
Right.
This means that you can't twin spells like haste anymore. But you could twin banishment.
Ooh. Okay. Why
Which is
wouldn't you be able to twin haste?
because haste doesn't have a an upcast to it.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah, there's no upcast to haste.
So it has to have an upcast
Yes,
to
it has
cast
to
it.
have an upcast that targets additional creatures in order to use twin spell.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
so charm person would work. Trying to think of other
Would
options.
sleep work?
Sleep would work, I think. Oh no, sleep does not have an upcast.
Oh, that's sad.
Sleep is completely different though.
Oh,
Sleep is now a wisdom saving throw. It's a 5-foot radius sphere centered on a point within 60 feet. Targets within the sphere have to succeed on a wisdom saving throw, or they gain the incapacitated condition until the end of their next turn, at which point they have to repeat the save. If the target fails the second save, the target has the unconscious condition for up to 1 minute.
interesting. Okay. I did not know that.
Yeah, so it's completely different. It doesn't affect hit points anymore. And maybe more potent though.
Right.
It's at least applicable at higher levels.
Yeah.
Because incapacitated and unconscious are good.
Yeah, that's really good. Okay. Nice.
Uh, I would have to look through the spell list to figure out which spells could be upcast like that. I know banishment is one for sure. Don't think you can upcast polymorph. Nope. Wait, charm monster would be an option. Yeah, charm monster would be an option. Hold monster
Good.
would be an option. Charm and hold person would be an option. Mass suggestion does not do that. think regular suggestion might, though. Dominate monster you could twin.
Oh my
I
god.
think. Oh no, that increases the concentration.
Oh, okay. So dominate person probably doesn't work either. I don't think. If dominate monster wouldn't.
Let me look. Yeah, upcasting just increases the duration.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool though.
There are options in here. I would have to look at every single spell though.
Yeah.
I do think this is an improvement on Twin Spell because this was kind of broken depending on the spell you used it on.
Right. Right.
This is also cheaper to use, which is not something to be looked negatively at.
Oh yeah.
This could use a lot of sorcery points. This won't. As for new spells, Elementalism is a new cantrip. Sorcerer's Burst is a new cantrip. Mind Sliver has been added into here.
It's good.
I think Ice Knife was originally in well, it's in this player's handbook, but I think it was originally in the Elemental Evil Player's Companion.
I think that's right.
Arcane Vigor is a new spell. It lets you roll hit dice as a bonus action to regain hit points.
That's nice.
Yeah, if you need to. Dragon's Breath has been added to the player's handbook.
Nice.
There's quite a few new options scattered throughout here. Synaptic Static. Those are some pretty good options available to them.
Yeah, sorcerer spells are always pretty nice.
Disintegrate doesn't upcast, does it? Oh no! Oh wait, the damage increases.
Oh,
Did the old version do that?
I have no clue.
Pretty.
What level is disintegrate?
6th level.
6.
Wait, I don't need to pull it up here. I have my player's handbook right next to me.
It has the same upcast, I believe.
It does.
Yeah. When you cast the spell using a spell slot of 7th level or higher, the damage increases by 3d6 for each spell
Okay.
slot above 6th.
I didn't realize. I haven't used Disintegrate that often.
Right.
Disintegrate is a good spell. Alright, we're good there. I think that's a base.
Oh my.
Base Sorcerer.
The art is so good.
Yep.
I love it every time I see it.
I like the eyeball in the jar.
Oh, that's nice.
We may get another reference to that in Warlock if we look at it. So it was Aberrant Mind. It's renamed Aberrant Sorcery. I don't know if that's really that big of a thing.
Right.
Let's see here. Psionic spells. Arms of Hadar. Emotions, Detect Thoughts, Dissonant Whispers, and Mind Sliver. Those are the same there. Hunger of Hadar and Scenting is the same. Everard's Black Tentacles and Summon Aberration is the same. Fairy's Telepathic Bond and Telekinesis, that's the same. These are all the same spells. No changes there.
Nice.
They did remove the text where you could replace the spells you gain from this feature with other spells from the Sorcerer, Warlock, or Wizard spell list that were Divination or Enchantment. So that's kind of a nerf. But I think the reason they did that was because they're going to be adding spells to every subclass. So there's no longer a reason to mess with that. I don't think this is as big as a deal since we get a lot of extra spells now.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was an option. Honestly,
well, some people didn't use it.
Yeah, I know I didn't use it.
Well, now you know that it was an option and not anymore. Yep. So nothing will change for you.
All right.
Continue as you were.
I will.
All right, let's see here. Telepathic speech. You can form a telepathic bond between your mind and the mind of another. As a bonus action, choose one creature you can see within 30 feet of yourself. You and the chosen creature can communicate telepathically with each other while the two of you are within a number of miles of each other equal to your charisma modifier, minimum of 1 mile. To understand each other, you must mentally use a language the other knows. The telepathic connection lasts for a number of minutes, equal to your sorcerer level. It ends early if you use this ability to form a connection with a different creature. This is pretty much the same, except in the old version, it also ended if you gain the incapacitated condition.
Right, and they changed the verbiage of communicate or speak.
True.
And then mentally use a language other than speak mentally. So just,
small word changes, and they removed incapacitated.
Yeah.
So nice. I guess it's a tiny buff? Like a tiny buff. You could still communicate with someone telepathically while you're incapacitated.
Yeah, that's interesting.
No, I don't know if it's that useful of a buff, but it's there.
It'd be pretty funny. Like you
like,
go into
I'm getting
like
attacked.
you send your sorcerer in, and you're communicating, and then the sorcerer goes down and just like, I have fallen.
Yeah.
And you must send the barbarian in, please God.
Help! I've fallen and I can't get up. Psionic Sorcery. When you cast a level 1+ spell from your Psionic Spells feature, you can cast it by expending a spell slot as normal, or by spending a number of sorcery points equal to the spell's level. If you cast a spell using sorcery points, it requires no verbal or somatic components, and it requires no material components unless they are consumed by the spell or have a cost specified in it. They added... Oh, no. Oh, no, that's exactly the same.
Yep.
Let's change the verbiage a little bit. I mean, that is good. It's a good feature.
Yeah.
Also, these are pretty good spells to cast without those any components.
Right.
Oh, did I go too far? No. Levels.
Psychic defenses.
You have resistance to psychic damage, and you have advantage on saving throws to avoid or end the charmed or frightened condition. That's the same, just a little bit of wording change. And then level 14, Revelation in Flesh. You can unleash the aberrant truth hidden within yourself. As a bonus action, you can spend 1 sorcery point or more to magically alter your body for 10 minutes. For each sorcery point you spend, you gain one of the following benefits of your choice, the effects of which last until the alteration ends. Aquatic Adaptation. You gain a swim speed equal to twice your speed, and you can breathe underwater. Gills grow from your neck to flare behind your ears, and your fingers become webbed, or you grow wriggling cilia. Interesting. Glistening flight. You gain a fly speed equal to your speed, and you can hover. As you fly, your skin glistens with mucus or otherworldly light. Disgusting. See the invisible. You can see any invisible creature within 60 feet of yourself that isn't behind total cover. Your eyes also turn black or become writhing sensory tendrils.
Ugh.
That's gross. Worm-like movement. Your body, along with any equipment you are wearing or carrying, it becomes slimy and pliable. You can move through any space as narrow as 1 inch. And you can spend 5 feet of movement to escape from non-magical restraints or the grappled condition.
So you become an octopus.
You
It's
become
pretty
you
good.
become the folding man.
Yeah. So it looks like that's
Yeah,
exactly the same,
these are
just different order.
yeah. Let's switch the order up and give each of those options a name. Yeah, those. I think it's pretty much exactly the same.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just some verbiage
yeah,
difference.
yeah. I don't really see any changes. Okay, and the last part of that is warping implosion. You can unleash a space warping anomaly. As a magic action, you teleport to an unoccupied space you can see within 120 feet of yourself. Immediately after you disappear, each creature within 30 feet of the space you left must make a strength saving throw against your spell save DC. On a failed save, a creature takes 3d10 force damage and is pulled straight towards the space you left, ending in an unoccupied space as close to your former space as possible. On a successful save, this creature takes half as much damage only. Once you use the feature, you can't do so again until you finish a long rest unless you spend 5 sorcery points, no action required to restore use of it. That is pretty much exactly the same.
Yeah, it looks like it.
They did not change that at all, except some verbiage.
Yep.
I don't know if I would spend sorcery points to do this again.
Right, especially at level 18.
Yeah, 3d10 is not a whole lot of damage. I mean, 120-foot teleport's nice,
Yeah, that's really good.
but I don't know if this is worth it. I would
Yeah.
I would use this the once and then wait till I gained it back after taking a long rest.
Yeah, I agree.
The only reason to do it more than once is if you really need to get out of a location.
True. If you have enough sorcery points to spare.
Yeah, and you don't want to be counterspelled.
Oh, true.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, this is pretty much exactly as it was over here in the old version.
Yeah.
I haven't seen and there. I didn't see any changes other than this incapacitated part getting taken out of here.
Right. Yeah, it's pretty good.
And then the change to silent spells, which again not that big of an issue. But yeah, pretty decent. Not my favorite option. No, here we go. Clockwork Sorcery, and we have a dwarf.
Ooh, look at that
Clockwork
dwarf.
Clockwork Dwarf Sorcerer. Let's see here. Clockwork Soul. Spells we get aid, alarm, lesser restoration, protection from evil and good. Those are the same. Spell magic, protection from energy, same. Freedom movement, summoning construct are the same. Greater restoration and wall of force are the same. Wall of force is a great spell to have.
Yep.
It does still have this thing about manifestation of order. It doesn't look like any of these changed. No, I don't see any changes.
Yeah, they're the same.
Yep. So those are good. But like I said, they did take away this, where you can swap the spells out.
Yeah.
Which I
But who did that anyway?
I do know people who would replace alarm for armor of Agathis.
Oh, that would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh, that's a thing of the past now.
yep, it is a thing in the past. All right, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt too bad. If you really want Armor of Agathis, take 1 level of Warlock,
Yeah.
or take the. Oh wait, you can't take the. I was thinking of what is it? The spell casting initiate feat.
Yes.
You can't choose Warlock as a class anymore with that. So never
Oh,
mind.
really?
Yeah, it's only
Oh.
it's Cleric, Druid, and Wizard are the options.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense because you can learn to become those.
Yeah.
But for like a sorcerer or a warlock, you have to be either born great or gifted.
Yeah, I guess it makes sense that way.
Gifted power.
Yes, if those are the same. Let's look at this. Restore balance. When a creature you can see within 60 feet of yourself is about to roll a d20 with advantage or disadvantage, you can take a reaction to prevent the roll from being affected by advantage or disadvantage. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your charisma modifier, minimum of once. You regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. This used to be proficiency bonus uses. They did change that.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it is
I
decent.
like that.
It's a good feature. Level 6, Bastion of Law. You could tap in the Grand Equation of Existence to imbue a creature with a shimmering shield of order. As a magic action, you expend 1 to 5 sorcery points to create a magical ward around yourself, or another creature you can see within 30 feet of yourself. The ward is represented by a number of d8s equal to the number of sorcery points spent to create it. When the warded creature takes damage, it can expend a number of those dice, roll them, and reduce the damage taken by the number rolled on those dice. The ward lasts until you finish a long rest, or until you use this feature again. I think that's pretty much the same.
Yeah, they just changed the order of it,
Yeah,
make it cleaner.
yeah, that has changed the wording of it around a little bit. This is a pretty decent feature, though.
Yeah, I like it. It's nice.
It's really my thing is deciding how many sorcery points to spend on this. 5 is a lot at 6th
Yeah,
level because you only have 6.
right.
But as I gain more sorcery points, maybe convinced to spend more.
Yeah, like level. If you're fighting in a level 20
Yeah.
battle, like sure, why not throw 5 on your healer or on your tank or whatever.
Mm-hmm. You would
It's
definitely want
pretty
to
good.
set. You would definitely want to set this up before a battle, though.
Yeah.
Not that you can't set it up during one, but it'd be more beneficial to set it up after, since it doesn't go away.
Oh, true.
Because it lasts. It lasts until you finish a long rest. You can also do this around multiple creatures in your party if you wanted to.
Hmm.
You could
But
you could divvy up tiny wards around the party.
that's pretty good.
You just need sorcery points to spend on it.
It's like it's almost like extra temporary hit points.
Yeah, kind of.
Nice.
You could also spend spell slots, I guess, to gain additional sorcery points to use this.
Oh yeah, you could.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I can see this being useful.
100%.
Yeah, especially before a big fight. It's also It also doesn't have any action economy tied to it other than the original magic action.
Right.
So it's pretty decent once you set it up. Huh?
Yep.
Yeah, I like this feature. That's cool. Let's see here. Level 14, Trance of Order. You gain the ability to align your consciousness with the endless calculations of Mechanus. As a bonus action, you can enter the state for 1 minute. For the duration, attack rolls against you can't benefit from advantage. And whenever you make a d20 test, you can treat a roll of 9 or lower on the d20 as a 10. Once you use this feature, you can't use it again until you finish a long rest unless you expend 5 sorcery points. No action required to restore your use of it. That's pretty decent.
It looks I think it's the same, just instead of
Yes.
attack roll, belly roll.
A d20 test just means attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws.
Yeah. Anything
Yeah.
you would use a d20 for.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
Yeah, so
pretty good.
this is exactly the same. Just change the verbiage around. But this is a very good ability. I do think this is
Yeah.
useful.
Yeah, I like it.
Really, this is the most potent part of this.
Right.
It's impossible to roll lower than a 10 on the die. Oh, that's pretty good. Oh, also, Clockwork Cavalcade is crazy. You momentarily summon spirits of order to expunge disorder around you. As a magic action, you summon the spirits in a 30-foot cube originating from you. The spirits look like Modrons or other constructs of your choice. The spirits are intangible and invulnerable, and they create the effects below within the cube before vanishing. Once you use this action, you can't use it again until you finish a long rest unless you spend 7 sorcery points to restore your use of it. No action required. The options you have are heal. The spirits restore up to 100 hit points, divided as you choose among any number of creatures of your choice in the cube. Repair. Any damaged objects entirely in the cube are repaired instantly. Dispel. Every spell of level 6 and lower ends on creatures and objects of your choice in the cube. This is a very good ability.
Yeah. So it's unchanged.
Yes, it is unchanged.
But that is really good.
Did you watch you watched Critical Role, right, Cody?
Yeah.
Have you watched one of the more recent episodes where it's the downfall arc where the gods are attacking?
I just finished Downfall yesterday.
Yeah,
Actually.
so when Abu's character uses this ability to regain almost all of his hit points so that he can cast Meteor Swarm on top of himself.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
this ability is crazy. The hit points by itself is awesome, but this is an awesome feature.
You love to see it.
Yeah, Clockwork Sorcery is really cool. It's one of the more powerful subclasses, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I like the Clockwork aesthetic.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool
Personally.
aesthetic. And
I'm not a fan of Modrons, but you know.
That's true. The design is a little creepy.
Yep.
Draconic Sorcery has gotten a few changes.
What we've all been waiting for.
Yes.
The dragon one.
Yep. Draconic. Yeah, exactly. Look at this. This lovely man.
Look at that dude.
With his wings. I'm assuming this is Ice Dragon? Because the wings look like they're made of ice.
It's like, I was about to say, is that water? But no, that's ice. Yeah.
Yeah, these are like elemental wings made of ice.
And is that just a human? I assume it's just a human.
Yeah, I think it's just a human with tattoos. Pretty neat.
Yeah.
Okay, Draconic Resilience. The magic in your body manifests physical traits of your Draconic gift. Your hit point maximum increases by 3 and increases by 1 when you gain another sorcerer level. Parts of you are also covered in dragon-like scales, while you aren't wearing armor. Your base armor class equals 10 plus your dexterity and charisma modifiers. Here, we have an unarmored defense now.
That's pretty good. So the HP got buffed.
Yeah, because it starts at 3rd level now.
Yeah, and theoretically your AC also got buffed.
Yeah, theoretically.
Because it's now Dex plus Ka.
Yep. Because it was 13 plus dexterity, now it's 10 plus dex plus charisma.
Yeah.
Which
It's
is
pretty good.
technically better. I think this may be exceptionally good because I imagine you're going to be focusing on dexterity, charisma, and constitution as a sorcerer.
Yeah.
So you could make this exceptionally high.
That's really good.
Yeah, it's at least a good alternative to mage armor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you may
Well,
not
because the old Draconic Resistance is basically mage armor.
essentially. Now you may not need to take mage armor as long as this is higher than that.
Yeah, because you're a dragon.
Yeah, and I imagine your charisma is going to be pretty high.
I would hope so for a sorcerer.
Yeah. It should at least be a 16 starting off.
Yeah.
So this should be the same modifier as this, realistically.
Right.
I will say one thing I am disappointed by in this art. I don't see any dragon scales.
Yeah.
Where are the dragon scales on his skin?
Maybe they're under his
Surely
clothes.
not these tattoo things, right?
Maybe. What is that on his leg directly? What is that right there?
This?
Yeah.
I assume
Is that a
that's
scale?
a tattoo.
No. Still
Maybe,
good art.
yeah,
But where's the scales at?
yeah. I'm looking for them. I don't see them.
Yeah, fake dragon.
Fake dragon. Draconic spells. This is new. So we get extra spells as a Draconic Sorcerer now.
Nice.
Yay!
Hooray.
Gain Ultra Self, Chromatic Orb, Command, Dragon's Breath, Fear Fly, Arcane Eye, Charm Monster, Legend Lore, and Summon Dragon. These all feel very appropriate.
Yep. It's pretty good.
Elemental Affinity. Your Draconic Magic has an affinity with a damage type associated with dragons. Choose one of those types: acid, cold, fire, lightning, or poison. You have resistance to that damage type, and when you cast a spell that deals damage of that type, you can add your charisma modifier to one damage roll of that spell. This is kind of the same, except for the resistance part. It used to be you had to spend a sorcery point to gain resistance for an hour, which kind
Oh
of
my god.
sucked. That's really bad.
Yeah,
Now you just get resistance as you always should have.
that's true. I almost wish they added the gem dragons, but I can understand why they wouldn't.
Yeah, because they're not part of the PHB. Or they won't be a part of the main monster manual.
Right.
I still would have liked to see them. If someone wanted to play Gem, Dragonborn, Draconic Sorcerer, I don't think I would say no to it.
It's good to know.
I'd be willing to homebrew. Just so you know, if you want to play your Dwarf Draconic Sorcerer. Dragon Wings. As a bonus action, you can cause Draconic Wings to appear on your back. The wings last for 1 hour or until you dismiss them, no action required. For the duration, you have a flying speed of 60 feet. Once you use this feature, you can't use it again until you finish a long rest, unless you spend 3 sorcery points. No action required to restore your use of it. This is a tiny bit of a nerf. It used to be that you
It
created.
lasted all the time.
Yeah, they lasted all the time. You
Yeah.
could just dismiss them as a bonus action. I don't think this is bad, but it's not as good as this.
Right. I would be willing to spend the 3 sorcerer points if I needed to
I would too.
for this one.
You can also cast fly if you
Oh
don't
yeah,
have
true.
the sorcery points. It's essentially just free fly for an hour.
Yep.
Which is not bad. The level 18 feature is completely different. Now we get Dragon Companion.
Yes.
You can cast Summon Dragon without a material component, which is great because the material component costs 500 flippin' gold pieces.
Oh my god.
You can
In this economy?
you can also cast it once without a spell slot, and you regain the ability to cast it in this way when you finish a long rest. When you start casting the spell, you can modify it so that it doesn't require concentration. If you do so, the spell's duration becomes 1 minute for that casting.
Okay, that makes sense.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty great. This normally lasts an hour. So
Nice.
1 minute without concentration is great. Not gonna say no. This is cool. I like Dragon Companion is awesome. Also,
Yeah, what was the old one? You become
it's basically intimidating presence.
Oh. Okay. That's lame.
Oh wait, this kind of sucked. As an action, you had to spend 5 sorcery points to exude an aura of awe or fear for a distance 60 feet. For 1 minute or until you lose concentration, each hostile creature that starts its turn in the aura must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be charmed or frightened until the aura ends. Creatures that succeeded on the saving throw are immune to the aura for 24 hours. Not good.
Yeah. The new one is a massive W.
Yes. Oh my
Yeah.
god. Especially
Good work, wizards.
especially having to spend the 5 sorcery points to use the ability in the first place.
Oh yeah.
Not good.
Yeah. I'll pass on that.
Okay, much more fun to play this Draconic Sorcery. Much more fun.
Yeah, that's really good. Thank you, Wizards of the Coast.
Yes, thank
Speaking of W,
Yeah, speaking of W, Wild Magic Sorcery, which does start with a W. Remains to be seen if it is a W.
Yep.
Let's see here. Wild Magic Surge, level 3. For spellcasting, it can unleash surges of untamed magic. Once per turn, you can roll 1d20 immediately after you cast a sorcerer spell with a spell slot. If you roll a 20, roll on the Wild Magic Surge table to create a magical effect. If the magical effect is a spell, it is too wild to be affected by your metamagic. Wait, what? If the magical effect is a spell, is it too wild to be affected by Oh, you can't use metamagic on a spell that is cast from the table.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
I was so confused for a minute. I was like, what?
Yeah, I was also confused.
Okay, I explained it to myself now. Also, this art's pretty great.
Yeah, it's nice.
Look at that. We've got stars and butterflies and flowers. Very Feywild themed, in my opinion.
Yeah, it is.
Also,
I like that.
it's a halfling with a...
Is that a robotic arm?
It's a robotic arm.
Oh my god, I love it.
They got a... what is that called?
Filigree?
Sure. It's
Yeah,
not...
I don't know.
That's not the word I was looking for, but...
Prosthetic?
Yeah, prosthetic. That's what I was looking
Oh, okay.
for.
I was like, the filigree on the arm, obviously.
I mean, yeah, there's definitely filigree on it.
Yeah.
I was looking for prosthetic.
prosthetic.
How inclusive.
Yeah, that's nice.
Let's see here. Tides of Chaos. We'll look at the wild magic table differences in a second. Tides of Chaos. You can manipulate chaos itself to give yourself advantage on one d20 test before you roll the d20. Once you do so, you must cast a sorcerer spell with a spell slot, or finish a long rest before you can use this feature again. If you do cast a sorcerer spell with a spell slot before you finish a long rest, you can automatically roll on the Wild Magic Surge table. Yay!
Yay!
It used to be the DM had to tell you whether or not you rolled on the table.
Oh.
And then you gain the reuse of the feature if the DM told you that you could do it.
Right.
So now this just cuts out the middleman. You can just decide, hey, I'm Cosmic Wild Magic Surge, which is better.
Opening the floodgates of chaos.
Yes. Let's see here. Bend Luck. You have the ability to twist fate using your wild magic. Immediately after another creature that you can see rolls the d20 for a d20 test, you can take a reaction and spend 1 sorcery point to roll 1d4 and apply the number rolled as a bonus or penalty, your choice, to the d20 roll. It's pretty much the same as the old feature. Oh, it's 1 less sorcery point to use.
Oh, you'd love to see that.
Yep, that's good. I don't know how often you'd use this, though. It is a reaction to reduce or increase the roll by 1d4. You better hope there's not a large margin of error when you use the feature. Which I guess if you are using it, it's because there is a...
Yeah.
Like, oh, I need to roll... I needed 1 higher on this check. Like, oh, let me give it to you. Here you go. It's good. I don't know how often I'd use it, though.
Probably not very often.
No,
but it depends on the situation.
It's mostly because the die roll is so low.
Yeah.
I think if this was like a d6,
maybe a d6,
I would have used it a lot more often.
Yeah.
It's also a reaction, so really dependent on if
It could probably have a d6, and then maybe at higher levels.
You know what? I'm thinking of this the wrong way. I would not use this feature in combat.
Okay.
I would use it in social situations.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, this is definitely not worth it in the middle of combat. But if you're in a social encounter and someone's trying to pass a check, then this might be worth adding to a roll.
Yeah, just bend a little luck.
Yeah, exactly. That's just bend a luck. It's good. Yeah, so yeah, it is good. It is good in that way. And let's see, level 14. You gain a modicum of control over the surges of your wild magic. Whenever you roll on the wild magic surge table, you can roll twice and use either number. That's the same, and that's still good.
Yep, and that art is amazing.
The Sorcerer
Delina
manipulates wild magic to create unprecedented wonders. I wonder what's happening back here. Hard to tell. Maybe mirror image?
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
Is this like a mirror image being casted?
Oh, yeah.
That's my
like a mirror image followed by like burning hands or something.
Yeah, I don't know. That's my guess is what's happening there. Okay. Let's see here. Tamed Surge is the name of the last feature, which is not spell bombardment. Immediately after you cast a sorcerer spell with a spell slot, you can create an effect of your choice from the Wild Magic table, Wild Magic Surge table, instead of rolling on that table. You can choose any effect in the table except for the final row, and if the chosen effect involves a roll, you must make it. Once you use this feature, you can't do so again until you finish the long rest. Okay, well, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's just fun.
That's a free effect of your choice on a spell that you cast per long rest.
That's really good. I can just turn blue for free.
What was the old version? When you roll damage for a spell and roll the highest number possible on any of the dice, choose one of those dice, roll it again, and add that roll to the damage. Okay, that's not great.
Yeah,
Because this is the feature only once per turn. That's a little bit of extra damage.
yeah, that's just meh.
I like this a little bit better. Okay.
So far, W.
Yeah.
Now into the meat and potatoes.
I'm going to let you read this for a second because I need to pee real quick.
Oh god. Okay. Let me
Stall
full
for
screen
me.
this.
Stall for me.
Chaos. So the first one, oh, they condensed them as well. So you roll on this table at the start of each of your turns for the next minute, ignoring the result on subsequent rolls. And that's on a 1 to 4 instead of a 1 to 2. That's really, really nice. Depending on what you roll. The second one is different. A creature that is friendly towards you appears in a random unoccupied space within 60 feet of you. The creature is under the DM's control, that makes sense, and disappears 1 minute later. Roll 1d4 to determine the creature. On a 1, it's a Modron Duodrone. On a 2, a Flump appears, so you gotta love that. On a 3, a Monodrone, Modron. And on a 4, a Unicorn. Oh my god. That's pretty good. I like that.
Thank you for the stall.
Yep, I read the first 2.
Okay.
The second one is new, I think. It's just straight up new.
Yeah, most of these are going to be pretty new.
I did not know that. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
And that's on a 5 to 8.
True.
That's decent.
Yeah, I did know that this one was different. This is interesting. I like Flump and Unicorn.
Yeah.
More than I like Monodra.
Yeah, the Modrons.
Modron.
I could care less about the Modrons.
I don't know why Duodrone and Monodrone are in here. I'd rather have a different one.
Yeah, have the Quattro drone or whatever the 4
or no,
is.
I would have had a entirely different creature, not a Modron.
Oh yeah, true. Maybe have a Monodrone or a Duodrone and then something else. Yeah.
Yeah, like this was Sierra of a Flump.
Maybe it's a Lester.
1/8. The Unicorn is a Celestial.
Oh yeah, it is.
Maybe a Fae. Maybe you could have had like a Sprite or something.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
Or maybe like a Fairy Dragon.
Ooh. Yeah. I like that they condensed the I guess they condensed the crunch of rolls because the first roll on the old table is 1 to 2 and the new one is 1 to 4.
Yes.
It's pretty good.
Okay. 9/12. For the next minute, you regain 5 hit points at the start of each of your turns. That's on here at 15 to 16.
15 to 16.
Nice. Creatures have disadvantage on saving throws against the next spell you cast in the next minute that involves a saving throw. 13 through 16. Pretty good.
Nice.
Oh yeah, here you go.
Whole story.
17 to 20. You're subjected to an effect that lasts for 1 minute until its description says otherwise. Roll 1d8 to determine the effect. On a 1, you're surrounded by faint ethereal music only you and creatures within 5 feet of you can hear. On a 2, your size increases by 1 size category. On a 3, you grow a long beard made of feathers that remains until you sneeze, at which point the feathers explode from your face and vanish. On a 4, you must shout when you speak. On a 5, illusory butterflies appear in the air within 10 feet of you. On a 6, an eye appears on your forehead, granting you advantage on wisdom perception checks. On a 7, pink bubbles float out of your mouth whenever you speak. On an 8, your skin turns a vibrant shade of blue for 24 hours or until the effect is ended by a remove curse spell.
It's fun. That's the fun one.
They condensed a bunch of the fun ones into this one roll.
Yeah.
I do like the rolls inside of rolls though.
Yeah. It's nice.
Yeah, these are the fun options. Also, I'm thinking of you being like a gnome or a halfling and then rolling the 8. Just becoming a smurf. Just becoming a smurf for 24 hours. Also,
your party just buys you a white hat.
Yeah. Also, becoming like one size category larger for a minute. Kind of crazy.
That's pretty good. Would that stack with like a giant class feature? So could you
You're
become
talking about like
huge
the Goliath?
yeah, could you become huge or
I think
gargantuan?
as long as you were already in the form, it would increase to huge.
Nice.
Because I think the Goliath feature states that you become
that.
large. So as long as you were already in it, I think it would increase you to huge.
That'd be pretty good. Then you'd be actual giant.
Yeah. That'd be kind of crazy. 21 through 24. For the next minute, all your spells with a casting time into action have a casting time of a bonus action.
That's
Pretty
really
good. 25 through 28. You're transported to the astral plane until the end of your next turn. You then return in the space you previously occupied, or the nearest unoccupied space if that space is occupied.
Okay.
Decent.
Yeah, that's 31 to 32 on the old one.
That may be that's a free prep round, I guess.
Yeah. You can heal, you can cast time stop.
In the astral plane.
Yeah.
Okay, having a guess.
Why not?
29 to 32. The next time you cast a spell that deals damage within the next minute, don't roll the spell's damage dice for the damage. Instead, use the highest number possible for each damage die. That's really good.
That is really good.
33 through 36. You have resistance to all damage for the next minute. That's also really good.
Nice.
37 through 40. You turn into a potted plant until the start of your next turn. While you're a plant, you have the incapacitated condition and vulnerability to all damage. If you drop to 0 hit points, your pot breaks and your form reverts.
That's fun.
It is fun. It's also sad. Sad wilted plant.
Yep.
41 through 44. For the next minute, you can teleport up to 20 feet as a bonus action on each of your turns. Not bad.
You love that.
45 through 48. You and up to 3 creatures you choose within 30 feet of you have the invisible condition for 1 minute. The spell ends on a creature immediately after it makes an attack roll, deals damage, or casts a spell. That's pretty good.
Yep.
49 through 52. A spectral shield hovers near you for the next minute, granting you a +2 bonus to AC and immunity to magic missile. That's neat.
Nice.
53 through 56. You can take 1 extra action on this turn.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah, that could be pretty good. 57 through 60. You cast a random spell. If the spell normally requires concentration, it doesn't require concentration in this case. The spell lasts for its full duration. That's pretty good. Roll 1d10 to determine the spell. On a 1, Confusion. That's a good spell to cast. On a 2, Fireball.
Classic.
No longer on top of yourself, like the old version.
Oh yeah, true.
On a 3, Fog Cloud. Also pretty good. On a 4, Fly. Cast on a random creature within 60 feet of you.
Oh, that could potentially be very bad.
True. On a 5, Grease. That could be good. On a 6, Levitate. Cast on yourself. Could be good.
Yep.
On a 7, Magic Missile. Cast as a level 5 spell. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
On an 8, Mirror Image. Pretty good.
Nice.
On a 9, Polymorph. Cast on yourself. And if you fail the saving throw, you turn into a goat. Love to see it.
Oh, that's nice.
On a 10, See Invisibility. That's a good spell.
Yep.
Those are fun. I like this.
Yeah, that's nice.
I like the one joke option. Turn yourself into a goat.
Yeah, that's classic. A goat or a sheep.
I want to see what the stats are for a goat. Is this gonna kill you? Where is it?
There's a giant goat. There's a goat.
AC 10.
Dark vision.
HP 4. Goats have dark vision. Interesting.
It's crazy.
Ram.
I guess that makes sense.
1 bludgeoning damage. Or the goat deals an extra 1d2 bludgeoning damage. Or the goat deals 1d4 bludgeoning damage if it moved at least 20 feet straight towards the target immediately before the hit. I love this. This is great.
Yeah, I love that.
+2 to hit. I'm just gonna turn into a goat, bleat, and then rush at the nearest creature. You also have 4 hit points.
True. And 10 AC. Oh no.
40 feet, climb 30 feet. That's interesting. The climb 30 feet.
Yeah, goats can climb. Goats are amazing climbers.
I also know they changed polymorph too, so I want to look at the rules on that real quick. A 16 on a wisdom save or shapeshift into a beast form for the duration. How long did it last here? The full duration, which is an hour.
Oh no. You're a goat for an hour.
Target's game statistics are replaced by the stat block of the chosen beast. It retains its alignment, personality, creature type, hit points, and hit point dice. Target gains a number of temporary hit points equal to the hit points of the beast form. So, okay, so you gain 4 temporary hit points when you turn into a goat.
Oh no.
The spell ends early on the target if it has no temporary hit points left. Okay, it's going to end immediately.
Okay, yeah.
The target is limited to the actions it can perform by the anatomy of its new form, and it can't speak or cast spells. Target's gear melts into its new form. The creature can't otherwise benefit from any of the equipment. I love it. Love to see it.
Yeah, you love to see it.
That's great. I love that. I want to turn into a goat.
Same.
Okay. Let's see here. We're almost done. 61 through 64. For the next minute, any flammable, non-magical object you touch that isn't being worn or carried by another creature bursts into flame, takes 1d4 fire damage, and is burning. Is that an option in here?
Does that count your clothes
that
are non-magical?
It isn't being worn.
Oh, no, true.
Can't be worn or carried. So no, you can't set your clothes on fire.
Unless you take them off and they're not magical.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
I don't know why you would do that. 65 through 68. If you die within the next hour, you immediately revive as if by the reincarnate spell. I've had that happen to me before.
I'd love to see that.
Yep, I was a high elf and I became a half-orc.
Oof.
Yeah, it was.
That's a big oof.
It was interesting. I hated it. I want to see what differences they made to this. Okay, the species table is different now. Touch a dead humanoid or a piece of one. If the creature has been dead no longer than 10 days, the spell forms a new body for it. Cause the soul to enter that body. Roll 1d10 and consult the table below to determine the body's species, or the DM chooses another playable species. Oh, interesting. The DM can choose it.
That's fun. So if you know your player like really hates being a gnome,
Yeah,
you could make them a gnome. Or you can be a nice GM and make them like a human or something.
Yeah. The reincarnated creature makes any choices of that species description offers. The creature recalls its former life. It retains the capabilities it had in its original form, except it loses the traits of its previous species and gains the traits of its new one. Makes sense. So
1,000 gold pieces.
yeah.
For rare oils. Wow.
Azamar, Dragonborn, Dwarf, Elf, Gnome, Goliath, Halfling, Human, Orc, Tiefling. Cool.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's in alphabetical order.
I have to. Also, like that's a D10 instead of a D100.
Oh, yeah.
Not that it would have been bad for 10 options.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Good option. 69 through 72. You have the frightened condition until the end of your next turn. The DM determines the source of your fear. Interesting.
Oh, no. Being turned into a goat.
Yeah. Goats. Goats are your fear.
Goats.
73 through 76. You teleport up to 60 feet to an unoccupied space you can see. Nice.
Decent.
77 through 80. A random creature within 60 feet of you has the poison condition for 1d4 hours. That could suck.
Yep. It'd be really bad.
Well, at least it's not you.
True.
Sorry, allies. Hope there's an enemy within 60 feet. 61 through 64. You radiate bright light at a 30-foot radius for the next minute. Any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of you has the blinded condition until the end of its next minute. Until the end of its next turn. Sorry, allies.
Yep.
But pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
85 through 88. Up to 3 creatures of your choice that you can see within 30 feet of you take 1d10 necrotic damage. You regain hit points equal to the sum of the necrotic damage dealt. Kind of neat. I like it. May
Nice.
not be great for the 3 creatures that you take damage from. Or that take damage. Well, it's great if you don't choose allies.
Yeah.
But I guess you could. But sorry, I need this health.
Yeah. Oh my god.
89 through 92. Up to 3 creatures of your choice that you can see within 30 feet of you take 4d10 lightning damage. That's neat.
Pretty good.
93 through 96. You and all creatures within 30 feet of you have vulnerability to piercing damage for the next minute. Gross.
Sorry, allies.
Yep.
I hope you're not charging into something where you're
Yeah.
gonna get attacked by archers.
Yeah. Or fighting a bunch of people with rapiers or something.
Oh yeah. Oh god.
We're fighting vampires.
Oh no.
This all bite you and you die. 97 to 100. Roll 1d6. On a 1, you regain 2d10 hit points. Nice. On a 2, one ally of your choice within 300 feet of you regains 2d10 hit points. Nice.
Nice.
On a 3, you regain your lowest level expended spell slot. Nice. On a 4, one ally of your choice within 300 feet of you regains their lowest level expended spell slot. Also nice.
It's
On
pretty
a
good,
5,
unless you're in a party where you're the only spellcaster.
yeah, that's true. On a 5, you regain all your expended sorcery points. Very nice. On a 6, all the effects of row 17 through 20 affect you simultaneously.
which is the fun ones.
Yeah, that's the fun ones.
Nice.
Pretty great. That's the new table though. I think it's a little
Pretty
bit.
good.
It's a little bit more fun than this old table.
Yeah.
Also, most of these are okay. There are only a few.
True.
There are only a few that screw you or your party over. Not as many as the old version. This is nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
So there are technically 49 options rolled here, but there are rollable options within these numbers. So there's technically more things that could happen.
Right.
But yeah, this is a fun table. Much improved.
Yeah, it's nice.
Wild magic, fun. I like wild magic.
I would say that's a W.
Yeah, I would too. Alrighty. Do you have any final comments before we end the video?
Oh man. I really do like the new table. I can understand why people might want the more fun things to be spread out.
Yeah.
You know, they
For
have
real.
different things, but overall, I think it's pretty good.
I think my only comment is I really wish this wasn't another monodrone.
Yeah. Yeah, there should be like a fairy or something.
Yeah, there should be some fey creature or maybe a fairy dragon.
Yeah.
I may make this a fairy dragon in my own games.
That'd be
You
nice.
roll one. Other than that, I like it.
Yeah. I actually think all the what's it called?
Subclasses?
All the subclasses are pretty good.
Yeah, I don't think there's a bad option here.
I actually really like the Clockwork and the Draconic.
Yeah, I do
I
too.
think those would be my picks to play.
I'm really biased towards wild magic. I just like it.
Right.
It was my first D&D character.
Oh, that's nice.
Was a high elf wild magic sorcerer.
Nice. Is that the one that turned into a orc
Yes,
or half orc?
yep, that's the exact one I'm talking about.
Oof.
Don't worry, I did change back. I had to do something.
Oh, nice.
I had to perform a ritual to change back.
Oh, yeah.
And I did have a chance of dying when I did it, so
Oh no.
take that in mind.
Ooh.
I chose the ability to change back into a high elf, with the exception that I may die. Because
Yep.
I didn't like it that much.
True. I think all these are pretty good upgrades.
Yeah, these are all
They're
pretty
really
good.
nice.
I don't think there's really any downgrades. I mean, obviously, Draconic Sorcerer might be the most improved just because it had the most changes.
Yeah. And I think my only gripe with that is I wish they would put the gem dragon options in there.
Yeah.
But that's,
Yeah, they would have had to republish all the gem dragons in the monster manual. They did that.
Yeah.
Which I would have been okay with, but they won't do
Yeah,
it.
that would have been great.
They won't do it.
No.
That's okay. That's what good DMs are for, to homebrew if you want to.
It's true.
Or not good DMs necessarily, the fun DMs is what I'm saying.
Fun DMs, yeah.
But yeah, overall, Sorcerer definitely a win. Definitely more powerful. I think innate sorcery is a crazy feature. This thing.
Yeah. Oh god, that's amazing.
Yeah,
And at level 1.
and at level, yeah, you are going to kill everything you want to.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah. Sorcerer, very good. Very good changes. Much improved.
Yeah, I like it.
Maybe more
I
powerful
would give it
than
a
Wizard.
solid 8 out of 10.
Fair. Do you think Sorcerer is more powerful than Wizard?
Ooh,
Considering the changes.
maybe. In my personal opinion, maybe.
Granted, Wizard does have more spells available,
Right.
but I don't know if I don't. Wizard's definitely not as powerful of a blaster as a sorcerer.
Yeah.
They may be a better utility caster than a sorcerer.
Oh,
Well,
100%.
actually, they definitely are because sorcerer doesn't have a whole lot of utility spells.
Yeah. But I think you could have fun with both.
Definitely, you're definitely going to get two
Probably.
entirely different characters if you have a sorcerer and a wizard in a party.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. It won't be like, oh, I cast Fireball. Oh, I'm going to cast Fireball
One is
as
I am
well.
one is I am a bookworm. I know all the spells, and the other is I'm going to go Super Saiyan and destroy things with my spells.
Yeah.
Alrighty, but I think that's all we have for the sorcerer. If you all enjoyed the video, please feel free to like and subscribe to help the channel out. Thank you for helping me out, Cody. I enjoyed
Yeah.
discussing this with you.
Yeah, it's fun.
And we will catch you all in the next video. So have a good day. We'll see you later. Bye.